Why do we get anxious in relationships, and how do you stop it? You must know the feeling of anxiety in the context of a relationship, that rush of panic and urgency, the need to ask for reassurance or to send one more text, or to call one more time, to ask, to clarify, discuss, seek closeness, or even to come over uninvited. If you thought it was just you who felt this way sometimes, I'm here to tell you you're not alone. I showed up at my partner's place uninvited once too. What's more, even fully secure people can get very anxious at times. Hi, I'm Carolina. In this video, we'll dive into the topic of anxiety in relationships as well as after breakups. We'll uncover why you might feel this way, whether it's good or bad, and how you can break free of it so that you don't let it ruin things between you and your partner. Let's get started by answering this first question. When do people get anxious in a relationship? When I think back to my younger self, here are the instances that used to make me feel anxious. By the way, I know from countless coaching calls that you guys react the same way. We're all unique, yet also weirdly the same when it comes to our emotional responses. Speaking of responses, one of the most common early triggers of relationship anxiety is when you don't get a reply. When you text your partner and they remain silent, or when they wait 5 hours and then send you a cold or dry answer, like this one. Another instance that is likely to trigger someone to feel anxious is when your partner says no. A classic example of this is when a woman denies a man intimacy, or when a guy refuses to do something you want to do. The circumstance that tends to trigger most anxiety of all is a breakup. It's hard not to feel anxious after getting dumped or even after agreeing to part on neutral terms. What do all these examples have in common? Feeling anxious is often a reaction to getting rejected, not receiving a response, not getting what you wanted, or being broken up with. They're all different degrees of rejection. A mosquito bite leaves an itchy mark. The same way, rejection leaves a mark on our psyche. It makes us anxious. What is the purpose of anxiety? Why do we react this way? As humans, we're strangely purposeful, even when it comes to acting completely irrational. We say and do things for a reason. The purpose of anxiety is to fix the rejection. It's to get your partner to respond, to prove to you that they care, that they love you, or still want you, to make them be there for you when you need them. Does it work? Does acting anxious actually get you the desired outcome? Does it make your partner take the rejection back? Can you correct their behavior this way? The truth is, it usually works once. The one time I got what I wanted by acting anxious was when I came over uninvited to my boyfriend's place. On that day, he explicitly told me he needed space and a good night's sleep. He had a stressful day ahead of him. But I had a fight with my roommate and really needed comfort, so I came over uninvited. I let myself in shortly after midnight. I was trying to be quiet and just crash on his couch, but he woke up. He was very angry with me, but he just dragged me to bed and we cuddled and fell asleep. Acting anxious got me what I needed that one time, but only because it truly was an exception. I see the same with my coaching clients. When you initially get anxious, your partner will write back. They will reassure you or try to give you what you want. But if you keep on acting this way, then it only pushes your partner away. They inevitably end up saying things like, "It's all too much, I can't give you what you need," or it makes them cold, defensive, and rejecting. Acting anxious works as an emergency measure, but you can't rely on it. In the long run, it only makes things worse. It makes you spiral out of control and act out of character. You can end up losing your partner's respect because of it. If you're dealing with an avoidant, it makes them more dismissive and unavailable. They let you down, they break up with you, leave you hanging, or ghost you. How do you stop it? How do you prevent the spiral from escalating? How do you make yourself snap out of the anxious mode? You do it by accepting that you're not going to get what you want, that you can't get your partner to take the rejection back. He or she doesn't care right now. What you see is what you can get. You can't will them to be better. This is the best they will do, or this is how much they care about you at this moment in time. A very important point here is that the fact that they are rejecting doesn't mean anything about you. It doesn't mean you're not enough or that there's something wrong with you. It just means that you're not going to get what you want, no matter how hard you push for it. Whenever I found myself getting sucked into the spiral of anxiety, I'd tell myself, my partner is not coming to save me. I need to stop acting like a hurt kid who's throwing a tantrum. It's time to face the music. Have an alternative response to rejection. So, what should you do in these difficult moments? What are your alternative responses? What can you do instead of acting anxious? What would a more mature person do if they were in your shoes? There are two alternative approaches you can resort to when your partner rejects you. First one being counter the rejection. In video games, when an opponent attacks you, and you manage to press the right button at the right time, you get to counter their attack. Rejection can be a form of attack. Let's say you communicated to your partner that you need to plan things ahead more. You like to be organized and know what you're doing ahead of time. But instead of respecting your request, he or she went silent. Their rejection is a form of attack. It's meant to get you to back down and agree to continue playing by ear and feeling like an afterthought. This is a perfect situation where countering the rejection is the best alternative to getting anxious. Don't get upset. Don't follow up. Make other plans. Make yourself unavailable, so that when they inevitably check in last minute and want to do something, you can answer, "Oh, I'm busy. I told you, I like planning things ahead." What is the second alternative to getting anxious? It's communicating your limits and boundaries. When you're dating an avoidant, they often want to keep things vague for a prolonged period of time, especially after a breakup. They're hot and cold, can be loving and available one day and then cold, detached on the next. This situation generally doesn't improve until you put your foot down and set some boundaries. Until you say, "I need you to make up your mind. I can't continue being your plan B." It was the case for my then avoidant boyfriend, now husband too. He kept on breaking up with me and being vague about commitment. When I set my first boundary, it didn't fix it. He pulled away more and we didn't speak for a while. But I didn't feel anxious anymore. I knew I was at my limit. I felt angry and hurt. I truly put the ball in his court. I knew something needed to change. And it did. Communicating clearly and allowing your partner to reveal where their priorities lie is far more effective than getting anxious. Does it always work as intended? No, it mostly doesn't. It mostly leads to more disappointment, at least in the first couple of days or weeks. But avoidants do tend to come around when they sense they're about to lose you for good. If you're looking for a step-by-step guide how to fix an anxious avoidant relationship, my husband and I made a program to guide you through this process. In it, we'll build you up and give you plenty of reassurance so that you can stop feeling anxious and become more secure. We also teach you how to set boundaries. We give you tips and scripts and potential timelines of how long certain transformations take. If you're tired of getting sucked into the spiral of anxiety, go check out our program. The link is in the description below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, be sure to leave me a comment. If you're on the lookout for more breakup or attachment style advice, subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.